Hola, hola! Welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Monica. I thought we could do a get ready with me and just chit chat. It's been a minute. 2 weeks ago, I filmed a video. It was like a fashion style video. It was really fun. I was excited. I prepped for it, filmed it, and then I realized that I deleted some of the footage. I clean out my drives at the end of every week. I keep certain video clips to, reuse and repurpose. But I accidentally deleted that portion and I didn't post. And then this past Sunday, I was traveling and it was a pretty hectic week as well. Nonetheless, though, we're here today and I just kind of wanted to fill you guys in because I'm very serious about YouTube grind and being consistent with my posting schedule. Okay, so I have never really been one to use any type of primer because I don't wear foundation, but I did get sent products from First to test out, and it's their skin tint, and it's so good, and you'll see. But don't typically use primer. And then I also had this brand, Jongsamul, send me over their pre-starter, and it's so light, and I love it. I love how it feels on my skin. It really gives my skin that extra glow. And I feel like lately my sleep schedule has been so messed up, and it's definitely affecting my skincare, my focus. It's just been a lot. Okay, January, obviously everything going on around the world. I mean, where do I even start? I think the month of January has definitely been hard for a variety of reasons, but one of them that I haven't really talked about on my other platforms is I lost my mom when I was 6 years old. So I've dealt with grief all my life, and it's especially hard in the month of January because it's her birth month. I think now that I've moved away from my family, I'm living in Texas, my family is in California, sometimes it could feel a little isolating, and feel that this month for sure I felt it. And it's not just because I'm far away. I think I've always been a very independent girl from a very young age, so I don't think that's the issue, but it's really hard, and I feel like I definitely felt pretty sad this month because of it, and it's completely okay. I think it's something that I'm forever gonna be working on. I just think I have to be a lot more gentler with myself. That's pretty much it. So for that reason, I think this month alone started off a little rocky. By this month, I mean the month of January. I don't know why I keep saying this month. But then there's the whole Trump administration, all the chaos that's come with it. It's only been 2 weeks and it feels like it's been longer. I'm so angry. I'm so distraught. It's so heartbreaking to see our community hurting and being attacked. And what also is very infuriating is that just play with us. And I mean by us is I was a DACA recipient throughout college, and I just remember Biden's presidency and everything that they were trying to pass for Dreamers, creating a pathway to citizenship. It's it takes a toll on you. And even as a student, I remember just being so worried about how I was going to pay for my renewal for my, permit that I got through DACA. Very blessed now because 2 weeks prior to Trump becoming president and being announced that he had won the election, my lawyer called me and gave me the best news ever and said that I was approved for my green card. I applied for my green card through Sidges. I'll put something up here for those of you who might be interested. Honestly, I had no idea what this was about. I remember going to this place on campus where they offer resources and help when it comes to filling out DACA and or FAFSA or the DREAM Act. So I went there, I had a consultation, and through that consultation, the person that was helping me fill out a questionnaire told me hey, have you heard of Sidges? I think you qualify. And then I was no, what is it? Long story short, I ended up qualifying, and through that I was able to apply for a green card, and that's how I ended up getting my green card. But I'm bringing this up because after I found out, that I got the green card, super happy, ecstatic. Thank God, my fear of you know, being in a country where you're so hated and just like constantly having to worry, basically all the opportunities and jobs that I couldn't even dream of or apply because of that constraint. But I remember getting that call from my lawyer and being told like, hey, you got approved, you are going to have your green card, like you're good, you're not going to have to worry about paying those fees every 2 years to renew your DACA. It was such a relief, and I remember crying because obviously best news ever as someone in that position. After Trump became president, it just felt like, you know, the fear came back, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. I remember within the first week after his presidency on TikTok, my For You page was just like insanely flooded with Trump did this, Trump did that, this is what's going on, Trump is passing this executive order, another executive order that he just passed. It was just, it's exhausting. I had to get off. Like, I just gave myself a week off. For me, is that I love TikTok. I was definitely one of those people that when TikTok came out, I refused to download it. I was like, no, I'm not using that. Long story short, ended up downloading, became addicted like everyone else. That is where I started my content creation journey in July of 2023, and I've never looked back. It's been something that I've always wanted to do. Like, I've always loved capturing moments and creating videos and just just everything that comes with storytelling, but visually it's something that I've always been passionate about. And so to really take a step back was kind of hard because I'm a person that when I make my mind up about something and I say I'm going to be consistent about something, I will follow through. But I will also feel guilty if I don't show up, which I feel like in that case it was more for mental health and sanity, because we really are not meant to consume and see that much news. It's not normal. I want to say that if you're also feeling very overwhelmed by everything that's happening and you're constantly on socials consuming every news like headline left and right, you need to step back and for your own mental health, just stop for a minute, because again, we are just not meant to consume the amount of news that there is available at the click of our hands. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm not home. It's a change in scenery. I'm currently visiting my partner. He travels for work, and so that's where I'm at. Back to what I was saying. If you're also feeling overwhelmed, make sure to take care of you. Stay off socials. Call someone on a date, even if it's over FaceTime. Like, call up your girlfriends, check in on them, or do something for yourself. Like, take yourself on a little date, get yourself a drink, go get boba, go do something instead of being on your phone. On a happier, much lighter note, I ended up joining a hiking club this past weekend. My first hike ever in Austin. I went to Spyglass Trail. It was so beautiful. It's the perfect way to break in. I enjoy hiking in general. I did it a lot in California. Something that I'm just very passionate about. I love being in nature. It's so refreshing. It's always a nice reminder that sometimes life shouldn't be taken too seriously. I wanted to approach hiking again now that I'm kind of settling in, but I didn't want to do it alone for safety reasons. I went the group route, and honestly it was so nice because I also was looking to connect. I work from home, so obviously I'm cooped up most of the week. I do try to get out like when I go to the gym and whatnot, but most times I am home alone. So for those of you who might be interested in finding something similar, I downloaded this app called Sweat Pals, and through it you're able to put your interests, find different activities in your local area. Some activities are require a fee, but this one was free, which was perfect. I feel like the best way to make friends, especially if you're in a new city or you're just, you're looking to meet new people more organically, through hobbies, I think it's the best way because you already have something in common to talk about, It was really nice. We did a couple of mindful practices. The lead person and I had a really awesome conversation about the hike. We hiked about 3 miles, which is honestly a good sweet spot, especially since I can't remember the last time I hiked, but it's been a minute. The longest hike I've done was 20 miles, and I was dead. I want to work up my way again and just do more of it. not just here in Texas. I like want to go to other parts of the world and explore and hike and just connect with nature. So yeah, I was very excited to go, a little nervous just because I knew I was going to be meeting and also putting myself out there, but honestly it was awesome and I felt so good afterwards. I was so happy, like I felt so much lighter. Highly recommend. Another thing that I want to talk about is my current job. It's been really exciting. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm learning a lot, and I feel like that is the best place for me to be. I'm just very happy like with the job in itself. Pretty much after I graduated, I ended up finding a job and I started working at a photography studio in Glendale. I was living in Long Beach, went to Long Beach State University. And after I started working, I thought, you know, this is an awesome like starting point. So we all start somewhere, right? It turned out to be the most toxic environment for me. It took some time for me to recover from, I'm not gonna lie. Just toxic, it was so disorganized. I don't really want to get too much into it, but long story short, after working there for like a couple of months, I ended up quitting. I've been job searching. I moved back in with my sister. I started working around March, I believe. So I started working again, but I was working at my old job, which is the job that I've like worked summer throughout college, and it's been with like the city, worked with seniors, and I've also worked with like children. I've also worked as a like front desk assistant within our fitness facilities that we have at different community centers. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. Paid really well, and I think in another life, if I wasn't really passionate about like filming and what I'm doing now, I definitely just stayed because like it was a secure job. And so I started working back there around March, right? I worked March, April, May, June, July, and then August ended up moving to Austin. I was still job searching. The main reason why I was able to do this is because obviously I moved in with my partner and we've been living together, and even though I wasn't working for a couple of months, I was pretty much living off my savings I had from working the months prior, and of course my partner is also very supportive. It kind of gave me a little bit more wiggle room to really just find the right job for me, and that's how I ended up with my current job. I'm working as a social media growth specialist. It's definitely a entry-level position. It's been a month now that I've been working, and I think through that month it's allowed me to recognize, one, that I actually do enjoy that type of work, and two, that everything that I've done up to this point has definitely prepared me for this type of job, which makes me immensely happy because for quite some time I felt like I had failed, especially because I had to quit that other job that I thought was the perfect start, at least for me. And so throughout the past year and a half, I've just been working on rewiring a lot of those thoughts and just doubts. I just like want to talk about it because I feel like there's maybe others who feel similarly or are going through similar situations. Honestly, I know everybody says this, but it truly does get better, and I'm a firm believer in that, like, what is for you will find you. When I started working and I got to this point, I realized, like, wow, all those months where I spent countless hours applying, doing cold calls and networking, like, all of that has really built me up in ways that no one can take away from me, but also helped me become more secure and confident and knowledgeable in what I want and know. That's also allowed me, to move forward with more ease and confidence, and I think that's beautiful. And obviously, just like with everything in life, it's just a whole learning curve. If you are experiencing something like this, just know that things will get better for you, because they always do. Anyways, this is the look. Thank you for hanging out with me. I just felt really chatty today, so of course I wanted to film something like this, and I hope you enjoyed watching. I also hope that you are taking care of yourself, making sure you're good, especially with everything that's going on in the world. I'll see you in my next video.